The Bill of Rights in Plain English by Leslie, Sarah, Clyff, and Mikayla. We are going to explain the First, Second, Third, Fourth, and Fifth and Eighth Amendments. These amendments were very important to U.S. history and were determined in 1791. These are the few of the 10 that make up the Bill of Rights. Let's begin.
Amendment number 1 includes the 5 freedoms. The 5 freedoms consist of freedom of religion, speech, the press, assembly, freedom of petition. The freedom of speech gives the citizens a lot of power and it gives them the opportunity to speak their minds. But there are limits such as blackmail, true threats, fighting words, perjury, and defamation.
Freedom and religion give citizens the right to worship. This allows citizens to practice any religion of choice. However, this does not give them the right to blame illegal actions on their religion.
Freedom of the press allows citizens the right to publish. This means that citizens can publish their ideas, put their thoughts into the public. This freedom allows all the other limits. People cannot put down the president, officials, or other citizens.
Have you ever seen or heard about groups of people protesting, boycotting, doing famine, sit-ins, or walkouts? These alliances fall under the freedoms of assembly. This freedom allows groups of people to get their ideas across in a non-violent way by uniting together for a cause.
The last, certainly not least, the freedom of petition gives citizens the right to protest the government, basically defend the community, or argue against various things the government put in place.
Amendment number 2, the right to bear arms. This means that people can defend themselves if they feel threatened, so you are not infringed. For example, you can own a gun if you have a license to use as a defending weapon.
Amendment number 3, no soldier shall be quartered in a private home without the consent of the owner. This means the soldier cannot knock on a random citizen's home without permission of staying there.
Amendment number 4. This amendment allows you to protect your house, papers, and family from being searched. The police cannot search someone's home, body, or house papers until they convince the judge that they have a probable cause, and then they receive a warrant which gives them permission to search. After the police convince the judge that a crime has been committed, a warrant is used. The search warrant must say what and when it is to be searched. Also, the warrant must be signed by the judge.
Amendment number 5. This amendment lets citizens have the opportunity to not be held to answer for infamous crime unless it has an indictment over a grand jury, except in cases of public danger in time of war. No person should be subject for the same crime twice and be put in jeopardy of life, limb, and private property can be taken for public use without approval. In other words, citizens have the right to keep quiet and can't be put in trial twice for the same case.
Amendment number 8. This is the amendment that prevents the judge or jury from giving people unfair or cruel punishment. In other words, the punishment has to fit the crime. For example, if someone steals a candy bar from a store, they should not be punished with 20 years in jail.
In conclusion, the Bill of Rights is a wonderful thing. It helps the U.S. be controlled and it helps us be safe as possible. We hope you learned everything you needed to know about Amendments 1 through 5 and 8. Thank you for listening.
The end.